Hi everyone, Cremlin here for the Techies. Today I'm bringing you a classic PC game review for the game called Zeus, Master of Olympus. Now, it's a classic city builder game, and for me personally it causes extreme nostalgia since I used to play this all the time when I was a kid, even though I didn't know what the heck was going on. The game takes place in ancient Greece and has a lot to do with ancient Greek mythology, such as the different gods and the heroes and the corresponding monsters that they slay. In this game, there are 7 different campaigns, which are a series of different maps and different objectives. There are also 3 sandbox maps where you're free to do anything you like without the constraint of objectives that you have to meet. In the campaigns, the main objective is usually to acquire a certain amount of resources, defeat a rival city, or defeat a monster. The monsters in this game appear quite sporadically, and most of the time they limit your access to certain resources that you could otherwise use to help your economy thrive. To get rid of these monsters, you have to summon certain heroes to your city by building halls for them, and those halls in return require different goals to be met to be able to summon the hero. When you begin a new map in this game, you're pretty much starting off with a bare landscape with just a small amount of coins. It is up to you to figure out how you're going to make your money and how you're going to feed your citizens and so on and so forth. There are natural resources all around you, and you have to figure out how to utilize these to make your city thrive. The economy you choose to follow is of course affected by factors such as your neighbors and what they are willing to buy and sell, and the natural resources that your map provides you. But it's necessary to have some kind of economy, whether it be conquering your enemies and then making them pay tribute to you, or just selling olive oil to nearby towns. There has to be a way for you to acquire money in this game, and that takes quite a bit of ingenuity, which adds so much intricacies to this game that are just very addictive and very enjoyable. I do have a few quarrels with this game though, the main of which being the lack of a good combat system. If you're trying to conquer some other city, there's no problem. You just send your troops off to war and they just go and conquer the city. But when you're defending against an oncoming invasion, the system is horrible. There are 2 methods of controlling your troops. There's an automatic mode, which just means that your troops stand there in the approximate location where the enemy army is going to attack. And they don't care, they don't have any artificial intelligence. There might be some towns in between the invading army and your army, they don't care. And the other method is for them to be manually controlled, and believe it or not, it's an even worse system. The selection of the units for some reason does not work at all, and when it does work, it is impossible to get your units to attack the enemy army. And no, there is not a select all feature. You can't just move all your units to one spot. It's ridiculously tedious. So if you're doing this, my recommendation is to just conquer the city before it gets to you. The other problem which I have with this game is not really a problem with the game, but the lack of a feature in the game. A map editor or a scenario creator would be perfect for this kind of game. It would make the experience so much more enjoyable, but sadly they didn't have the money or the time or whatever to put that feature in. The feel of this game, despite its shortcomings, is a very nice and mellow feel. The pedestrians in the streets all have different things to say if you click on them, and they're often useful and funny as well.
The sun was in my eyes! How can I perform well with the sun in my eyes?
All hail, my hearty crew! Poseidon will soon wonder where all his fish went.
Overall, the gameplay of this game is extremely enjoyable, despite its shortcomings. It has the perfect balance of intensity and lightheartedness. It has the right balance of complexity in that you never get bored and you're never overwhelmed by what's going on. If you're a PC gamer and you're able to appreciate the value of a classic game by looking beyond the subpar graphics and focusing instead on the gameplay, I highly recommend this game to you. It's a great, enjoyable city builder.